It's time. Merry Christmas. Oh fuck, it's November 30th. I put the hat on too early. No, it's fine. Anyway, more Endwalker coming up right now. I actually put in my password before going live. Aren't you guys so proud of me? I saved like 5 minutes. It's not that big a deal, but so far, Endwalker, impressions so far, well, right now it's just been a lot of fetch quests, which is to be expected for the early parts of the expansion, but so far I'm liking it. The thing I'm most interested about is why Emmett Selk is narrating. I'm assuming his story is not over yet, or maybe we just find out about his past self. So, that'll be interesting. How far in Thavner did I get? I beat Thavner. Or I didn't beat it, I got to the point where the elephant lady got stuck on the wall and then I had to go back. Oh yeah, and I met the dragon. That's what happened. So, Alright, apparently this penis music that no one else has heard before. This would be a funny break screen. I'm gonna show off the progress I made on my apartment before heading off to Charlian again, but I didn't make much progress. I just changed the music and added a clothing rack. I don't know if this is the best part of the clothing rack. It's the best place to put the clothing rack because it's right by the fireplace. I might sit on fire while I'm gone, but this thing is just on. One thing I might do is like lower the loft on the left and then add stairs, maybe so I can like put a chair there. I don't know, there's not a lot of space here. Now's not the time to, what am I doing? I'm wasting everyone's time. Where is it? Old Charlian. And you guys will be very happy to learn that I ate protein before streaming today. To be fair, it was just hummus and pita chips, so it was mostly carbs, but it was better than just eating knockoff Trader Joe's corn chips. So, back here. Oh yeah, I have heard that after you beat the main Endwalker quest, you get like an island sanctuary here. So, I don't know what I'll do there, because I already have my own little apartment, so... Maybe I'll try to get a house someday, too. It's just the housing market is intimidating. The lottery. And, do I get my money back if I, because I don't want to spend, like, 1,000,000 gil and then not get a house. Beavis. Alright, Kryl, what do you have to say? My directions were easy enough to follow. I hope, in any case, you stand out before the doors of Numenor, Charlian's grandest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Numenor extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the great Google Library pale in comparison to Numenor's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizens of Charlian is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Y'shtola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alizé and Alphino will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you're only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Scion history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. You see, this is why I went to Thavner. Let us be about it, shall we? I told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found some promising terms. Happy reading! Alright, you just know I'm gonna be looking for the real Baron Scion there. I'm not gonna find anything productive. Alright. How about a brightly colored book? The Cat in the Hat. Read the book. Long, long ago, on an island in the northern sea, there lived a Rogadin man by the name of Nunkrif. Nunkrif was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Nunkrif's crew hauled them aboard his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Nunkrif wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abalathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before dispute over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Nunkrif gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent on returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Scion we live in to this day. I love how me reading dialogue is always so enthusiastic at the beginning, but at the end I'm just like, whatever, you know, it's lore. Roads of Old, the Colony. Many years ago, I'm not gonna read all that. Alright. Is this, the Scion that I was in before? Yeah, Idleshire, I've been there. Alright. Yeah, it's just about Idleshire. It's about goblins. It's about Alexander. Because I did that raid. I'm a raider now. I completed a raid. The voice of a growing city. In the years which followed, the founding of Scion. I'm not reading all that again. Year 201 of the 6th Astral Era. Alright, we're in the 7th Astral Era. The 7th Umbral Era didn't last that long, so this isn't too far back in the past. I don't know the exact timeline specifically, but like, I know the Elder Scrolls timeline very specifically. Like, I will tell you the date Tiber Septim was born. No, I can't do that, but... Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? No. Oh, it's about, Eorzean space travel. The stars drift further and further apart. Oh, it's just like our universe. Has the merge happened with this universe? Forever 20 summers. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? No, but I put streaming before my health. I am forever 20 summers young. This book is on the wrong subject. Well, how the fuck was I supposed to know? Chaos of the 6th Umbral Calamity. Archon Neonkrepf, founder of Scion. I have gained a fundamental understanding. I know everything there is to know about Sharlayan history now. My brain is just growing. You know, it's growing just standing here. So apparently I'm only allowed on the first floor, but what if I jump down here? If there wasn't an invisible barrier, I could easily jump down to the bottom floor and survive with only 1 health. Oh, I'm so fucking smart. Oh, it's you two. I feel like these guys are like always paired together for some reason, even though they have no reason to, but I don't know. Sorry, were you waiting long? I wanted to make sure I bought at least a few promising volumes. Alphino and Kryl should be along shortly. I was delayed in a similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final day specifically, so I have no choice but to start doing. Alright. We're skimming. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate. Plenty of comfortable places to read and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Sharlayan, we would not be allowed access to the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I am certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Sharlayan, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Elsabad, in fact. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavner. The Alligans founded a city in the fertile land, and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the 4th Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the 5th Calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, and they might prevent the remnants of Alligan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald raids the region Locus Amogus. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Alligan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Alligan no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allig. As the last child born of the Alligan I was given over to the custody of friends and the students of Valdesian, who had me registered as a Sharlayan citizen. I had never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louis Soir, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Sharlayans than you might think. Yet regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient Perspicacity. We outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. I already can't read. 'Tis exactly why I have such love for this country, and while I wish for it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Here, here, another good reason to get to the bottom of the foreign's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books I cipher. More company should be arriving any moment now. They will all share their backstories, equally as tragic, but we won't care about yours. I've finally written a backstory for, like, my character's childhood, if anyone cares. We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Kryla's already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarat firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. There was a lot of fire. Emmett Selk was there. That's about it. Thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? The worst kind of phenomena you can imagine. Well, that certainly is an accurate, if somewhat ambiguous impression. To expound upon that explanation, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing the powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion, meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indiscriminable abominations prowling the streets. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Ascians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? The entire star was engulfed by disaster all at once. I think you may be misremembering. As I recall, 'twas more of a gradual spread. Well, excuse me. Actually, it was more of a gradual spread. The Emeraldine spoke of a keening sound that rose from the land itself just before a region was visited by catastrophe. We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were into the midst of the madness. Can someone, post nerd emote? So the ground is crying out, you say. To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive and probably quite loud. Oh, actually, it was more quiet. I'll have to speak with one of Numenon's mammoths and ask after any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented Kalila? They summoned Zodiark. Actually... Oh, I got that one right. Yes, the Lilibus serving as his heart. So many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiark brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiark, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venat and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Telophoroi truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs. Is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash? But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but 'tis time he begins studying these research papers. Alright, now I gotta wait for Y'shtola. Y'shtola sure is taking a while. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced one or two possibly useful books, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Urianger led of the sources reflections from the Gerim oracles, from its potential to cause panic and confusion. That tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the great Google library. It is even less likely that knowledge of the unsunded world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they archons of counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet when you confronted Master Fortunal with the knowledge of the Telafroi and those machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the forum would know if the final days is truly upon us. Which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the forum's behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Huh? That's my least impression. You labor for what feels like an age as Y'shtola's research assistant. Oh, this is the Make Me Feel Dumb expansion. Last expansion was the Make Me Feel Fat expansion. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subject I mentioned? I found a few. Then the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a moment at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. I keep getting these. The horse chestnut. Sorry, I was reading a lot. I had to take a big sippy. That's a level of 515. What is my average? Yeah, I'm 5'3". I'm fine. Alize appears in desperate need of a study break. Now you know what I feel like. Ready for a tea break, Icipher? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbour, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables, and I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. I thought we were getting tea. Yeah, when I was a student, I was more of the do everything at the last minute and then just bullshit my paper. God, I keep having nightmares that I'm back in school and I have to take certain classes to graduate, and then I wake up and my shiny diploma is right beside me. Oh right, I can attune to these tiny little etherite shards. Etherite shards. That's what happened to me after when I teleported to Fabinair when I was really sick. A Valdesian annex. I don't know, I'm noticing that this entire group, like, they all come from the same place. They're all just from this place, and, Aside from estinien, I'm like the odd one out. So I don't know how that's gonna affect the group dynamics, but so far it's making everyone homogenous. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlian that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Capitalism! Let's... Oh, now Alize is gonna accompany me. Yeah, no, do you know of the Talafroy? Wait, you're that House Levier girl, aren't you? And this woman with you is obviously the former Humph. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders. Yeah, that entire scene was like, oh, my children, it's so good to see you. Hey, we need some help with you. Shame on you, I'm disowning you! Like, just seemed very extreme. The Talafroy. Yeah, these people are pariahs. Dickon. Dickon Tolly. I'm sorry. Remember when that was a meme for a while? Just Dickon. Fulchino is a bozo. He is a bozo. Meet Dickon. Dick. That looks like a wig. Have you heard about the final days? The Starbucks barista named Dickon. You know, I think that's a name that should come back. Dickon. Because then you could be like, I could use a good Dickon right now. Yeah, that is definitely my passive-aggressive. Yeah, I'll do it, but I will be hating everyone around me this whole time. The oven-baked lobster. I forgot. I didn't order this! Okay. Well then, you get the tea. That happens at restaurants all the time. Like, sometimes... Alright, are you the one that wanted the No, you're not the one that wanted the lobster. I think the lobster boy is far away, so you get the omelet. Alright. And you are, lobster boy. Urbane banter with a smile. How about I'll start with some urbane banter? You don't need to butter me up. What if I buttered up this lobster? I don't think I'm getting any tips tonight. The Gleaner. You know, lobster is actually very bussin'. Yeah, I heard about gleamers. I forgot everything. But the important thing is I didn't get any tips. So, for anyone that has ever worked in the food and or delivery and or industry where you accept tips, have you ever had a customer who's just like, oh, you're just so great, I'm gonna give you a big tip, and then they don't tip you? Because I fucking hate that. So, is that coffee or is that tea?
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Prime bozo energy right there. Are you in your bozo arc? Because I respect that.
It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Scion?
Yesterday?
Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
No one can think of a silver response on the spot.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthos. Quieres? I mean...
A vast complex beneath the island. Scion is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
Oh, and I saw something about Labyrinthos in my mining log, I believe, so...
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat.
Yeah, you think it's kind of sussy?
Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Well, if they're coming more than usual, then...
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
We gotta break in. We gotta bash Forum heads. Alice is excited to share your revelations. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to Numenon. I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Master Cupon will want his dicks back. Now I want lobster. For my sister's birthday, my mom decided to make like lobster mushroom crepes, and they were like the most delicious thing I had ever had, but apparently she just like made up the recipe. But they were bussin'. But honestly, like, I don't know, the actual lobster meat is kind of like, but your World of Light would definitely punch forum guys until they got answers. What are they gonna do, lecture me? But all the flavor in lobster comes from like the shell. You just gotta boil the shell. I would like to set these forum guys on fire. Honestly, the whole vibe of this town is very, I'd like to set everything here on fire. It feels very pretentious. And, what did I do with my camera? I accidentally pressed something on my numpad and that ruined my camera. Welcome back, Icecipher. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. You see, this is the kind of work I like doing. Bashing people's heads in. It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from the institutions and bureaucrats. But as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and cargo, it certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Y'shtola observed earlier, Numenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. I keep wanting to say Nomura. Coupled with what Icecipher and Alizé learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telophoroi is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it is a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves, and if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. Anything would be better than burying my head in another dusty book. I understand not everyone is the studious type. Consider this a welcome change of pace, then. Yeah, thanks. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be great help. Thank you, Raha. Okay, why is he Raha, but Y'shtola is not Shtola? Let's head down the stairs over there and I'll show you where the entrance is. Is it just... Oh, I gotta follow Alizé now. Off we go, then. That's not very brisk. Is that a joke? We really should move along. Now we run, try to keep up. Finally. I swear, if she starts just like zooming, like if she turns into fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, that would be really funny. Up here? The rostra, not far now. I didn't have time to fucking attune. You know, Alize, ever since you were introduced, the story has gone quite downhill. I'm sorry, that was mean. No, but she was introduced right before, like, right at the moment of the worst expansion. Well, I mean, like, really introduced as a party member. This whole area, it's very pretty, but kind of modern in some way. I feel like these expansions just keep feeling more modern. And I kind of miss, like, the medieval-ish stuff, like in Heavensward.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines
That's
a
you.
false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their
Very
bookshelves.
Greco-Roman
And
architecture.
this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms.
Yeah, it feels like kind of a modern
A simple
version of
solution at
Greco-Roman.
first, and then bit by bit, a profound
Like
transformation.
Greco-Roman revival, I guess.
Knowledge
I wouldn't know, I've never
buried
actually been
beneath
to ancient
knowledge,
Greco-Rome.
A growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Is this Undertale music?
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting underground tunnels.
But I assure you that we are beneath Scion itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
This is literally
The
Undertale
island is
music.
volcanic, you see. And once upon a time, this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
Feels like something I would do in Minecraft when I remove all the lava from an underground
It was
cave.
discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Fucking gleaners.
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Good idea, Red Alphino. Oh right, she is the echo.
Did you call to me just now?
Nah, probably Heidelin.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Is this the expansion where Kryl actually gets development? Don't do Blue Alizé dirty like that. Hi, Blue Alizé. Aaronville. I feel like there's another Aaronville in this game. Or am I thinking of Aaronwald? You don't have the look of gleamer. Exhausted gleaners. Should I have you mend my stuff? It's not that much. Snibbleberry. A snozzberry. What if someone mistakes the Kurthan carrots for the Garabanian carrots? Absolute plebeian behavior. Taking stock in Labyrinthos. What is this penis music? These penile instruments. I like this Truman Show sky we have going on. Taking stonk. Someday I'll finish these, but probably not. So this grand operation began without warning and verbatimly bringing their more inventory somewhere else? Or... You're right, the form is definitely up to something. Kryl appears lost in thought. I don't think we've got a Kryl lost in thought moment yet. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well who has tasked them to do it. If you're game, I sci-fi, I have an idea. I'm not game, I'm human. I mean, I'm Aura. Didn't want those Gleaners personally. Now do I have to capture marmots? Aaronville. Seems like a place formed by Attack on Titan fans. We shall dub this town Aaronville, based on the great hero from Attack on Titan. Oh, I gotta find the grizzled mice that are not marmots, but grizzled mice. Smelly mice, even. Unwashed rodents, perhaps. Maybe you would even call them, no, I'm not gonna say it. But I will say that, illness would be benefited from getting rid of. I just grind that dungeon so much when I want to level up, because it's like actually my favorite dungeon in this game still. I've said that a million times, but like it's just funny hearing his lines over and over. Oh right, I was gonna fucking reorder this, but I totally forgot. Wait, also, why did I fucking cast ice? I forgot that this is actually a combat game. Oh, there's another one. Stop it. Mouse. That's a marmot. Alright, I'm gonna actually reorder this. I think I'm gonna do a 1, 2, and then... Yeah, why do I have this here? I have never used this. And then, I would do a... Where did I fucking put thunder? Where the fuck do I put thunder 4 now? Oh right, this is the thing I have. No, maybe I'll put this up here. There's thunder 4. I feel like I should actually use some of these abilities. But, why is this always fucking here? It's already in that hotbar, so, Wait, I didn't mean to cast that, fuck. I don't know, I'll figure out the rest of that either. I mean, soon. Why did I say either? I don't know. But listen, now I am fucking ready to go. Also, now that I have Big Fire, is there any reason to use Fire Blizzy 1? Or should I just unpin these? And now I don't have to click. Paste. Wait, but the real question is, I'm sorry I'm overthinking this. Would it be easier to just have the Blizzies in 3-4 and then just have my AoEs in 5-6? Because I only use the AoEs when I'm in dungeons. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I think that might, and then would it be beneficial? Like, does this cast, yeah, this casts a 3, so I don't know. Rat sack. Is this all the same rat? Now that I've reordered my hotbar, I'm ready for ultimates. I don't know. I initially thought, I'm like, nah, I don't want to be one of those ultimate raiders, but there is one ultimate raid that I really want to do. If you know anything about me, you already know which one it is, but I've also heard it's the hardest ultimate raid. And I have no idea how you'd even begin to prepare for that. First, I'd obviously need to, like, find a group that won't yell at me. But then, I don't even know if it would be worth it, or if I should just... Where the fuck do I go? Would it even benefit me doing it, or should I just go to YouTube? Because, I don't know, people have been condescending about it. For what raid? Oh, you have... He has no idea. I'll just say that, my favorite expansion is, Heaven's Word, and my second or third favorite character is Orchifont. And, some of my favorite villains are, Thornton and the Heaven's Word. Take that as you will. It's fucking Dragonstorm Reprisal. I don't know why I'm being so silly about it, but... Is there another chat outside of Twitch? Oh no, everyone's just here. You feel so betrayed. I don't know, just talking to other people elsewhere. Fuck. I just talk to myself. You could never do an ultimate. But it's like, I really want, like, I just want the story for Dragonsong Ultimate, because, like, I've heard things about it, because people have been like, oh, we can just spoil it for you, because you're not good enough to do Ultimate Raids, but we're still going to talk about it, because we do Ultimate Raids, because we are so good, and you are not so good, you don't do Ultimate Raids. And, like, you know, people like that, they always try to change the subject to, like, Ultimate Raids that they've done. Oh, I finally got the mouse. You looked it up on YouTube? The thing is, I want to see it with my character. Like, I want my character in the cutscene. Because I don't want to watch a John Fantasy. I mean, I already kind of know what happens, because someone already spoiled it for me, because they're like... Once again, it's like, oh, you'll never do it because you're not an ultimate raider. I'm like, I don't know. First I have to do hard raids. That's, yeah. Yeah, there are certain people in the 14 fandom that are they just really get on my nerves. The elitists. Here, I got your rat. And I mean, some people are just angry that new players exist. They're angry that, like, people are still learning the game, and they take that personally. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held about... Oh, you're a bunny! What will you do with the marmots now? Wait, is this a major character? Because I think I've seen him on Tumblr. Sorry, I'm tired. I don't feel like reading. The Gleaner's purpose, I'd say I wasn't paying attention to half of that, I'm sorry. The Forum contacted the Gleaner's Guild to implement the people to this great work some 4 days after the Talaferoi made their chilling declaration. The Gleaners keep abreast of news. It's a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives. Is that the echo? Is that affecting you? But, listen, just like every video game, 14 has several divided subsects of the fandom. You got like your casual players, you got your hardcore players, you got your ERPers, you got people like me that are just in for the story and for making G-pose pictures. And then I think as long as no one is annoying each other, it is fine. Sadly, ERPers tend to annoy other people. Just standing in Linza. Had some doofus in a 24-man raid act passive-aggressive when I called him a teenage girl. He got very upset. It happens. Were you there when, were you there for Paglathan? On my stream? Shagman was in my party, and I was tanking, and then the Dragoon in our party was just like 5 seconds in, he just wanted to get past, and he was just like, why aren't you tanking? Why don't you know how to tank? And then he proceeded to get like 30 volt stacks and then died. Behold the Archaon. That's silly. So, some dude RPing his Thancred on Twitter. I'm not into RPing. I've tried RPing, like, in the past, but I prefer just writing my own stories. But I feel like if I RP'd Thancred, I would just call everyone a jabroni. Greetings. Just in making out with someone random OC who RP'd as an unofficial scion. You see, if I ever did that, are you sure they weren't the same account? Well, my VOD of that will be up eventually, pretty soon. Two different people, I'm just like, please go out with me. I'll pretend to be Thancred for you. I'm Thancred, I swear. Please have sex with me. I don't know. Twitter RP sex is... Just put that... Keep that shit on AO3. Oh, they were together in real life? Yeah, that is just him being like, I want to be the best boyfriend I can be, so I will pretend to be Thancred. The Paglathan incident was very funny. Yeah, but I was just upset because I was being yelled at, and it was my first time playing. But, like, now that I look back on it, it's just... Now that I look back on toxic players, I just laugh at them. They were both 5/10s. Thancred is a 6 out of 10. Is there a Lalafell in that crate? I believe there might be a Lalafell maiden. 5/10s in real life. In real life, Thancred is a 7/10. I should have tuned to this. The Thancred from the FMV trailers looks weirdly uncanny. He looks like 50 years old. I don't know if I like that art style with Final Fantasy characters. I mean, the thing I really like about the Final Fantasy art style is that, like, while it is kind of realistic, it always just maintains a little bit of that anime flavor. Like, I kind of don't like how video games are just trying to be super realistic, because then that gets into the uncanny valley. Oh, but there was also, like, there was a meme that was, like, generating 14 NPCs in real life. Like, in an AI generator, and making them look like real people, and, like, they looked really funny and really uncanny, but, like, Alphino, like, looked 8. FF love making one boring character trait represent an entire... It's not just 14. Oh, this expansion is notorious for that. It's like, Thancred says jabroni a lot. Alphino can't swim, that's his entire personality now. I am very curious to see what I will think of this expansion once I'm done with it, because I've heard a lot of people say writing is good, fans are not. True. Oh, I love this minigame. I love this minigame so much. Oh, this one paused. What? That was the right bird. That was the right fucking bird. That was the right fucking bird. I feel like the fandom is kind of split between the Heavensward, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker fans, but I feel like most of the people I've talked to are in the consensus that Endwalker is the best, but who knows? This is the right bird. This is the... It says caw-caw! It's the fucking right bird! Oh, do I have to do the one that doesn't fucking say caw-caw? The hornbill. Caw-caw. Coo-coo. The green bird that caused. Okay. So it's this one? Yeah, okay, it's this one. I was doing the red one. Can he fucking get into my blow dart? I love how I get this minigame before I get a single dungeon. I mean, I'm still firmly in Camp Heavensward, so... Yeah! Bird!
Fair shot. Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
What is that? What is that accent from? Let me trust this one up. Is that is he a Latvian?
There you are. Any new revelations?
I saw a bird. I shot the bird. That's pretty much it.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill.
Yeah.
I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose.
Aaronville has the face of a woman.
Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties.
I just realized he's probably the first Bunny Boy NPC. Because they didn't have
But
any in
not in this
Shadowbringers.
case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Yeah, Viera are just femboys.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
All Viera men are twinks. Yeah, aren't Viera men like the subservient Viera? Like how
Those
human
who
women are the
the
subservient
researchers
race?
involved in this secretive work are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance.
Your Warrior of Light is a twink? Congratulations.
They're comparatively hardy species, too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans.
I like this shot of him because you wouldn't be able to guess he's a bunny.
Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
You see, I'm just imagining someone walking in on like the previous scene and being like, oh, that's just a guy, and then it zooms out, it's like, holy fucking shit, it's a fucking beanie!
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet. a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Wait, where did Catboy go? I just realized he's been missing this whole time. We just forgot about him. He probably just found a box somewhere and decided to lay down in it. Wait, before I go there, I would like to check something. I am very sorry for what I'm about to do. I would like to see what I can mine here! We're mining. Oh, level 85. I don't. Maybe. Oh, I thought that was a treasure map. Let's see. Oh, the communal rock salt. The communal salt rock. I gotta have this. Oh, look at that. What if I did a stream that was all mining? This location has increased integrity. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I just gotta make sure. Yeah, but it's not that important. Okay, we got the communal rock salt, and I'm done with that. Wait. I'm gonna keep doing Black Mage for now. Because, big number go brrr. Wait, how do I get to my gathering bolt? I want to see something. I wanted to see if I could find any collectibles. Because I only have I haven't had the patience to do fishing recently, so... Black Mage damage numbers do indeed activate neuron. Yes. That dopamine. Ah, fuck. Unfortunately, it's so fucking slow, so I can never actually cast my spells when it's just normal guys like this. Oh, that's a 5-digit number! Ugh! Definitely a different playstyle than anything I've ever played in 14 so far. But, big number go brrr. Is that like some sort of hunting mark? Meld, spell speed, and use triple cast. Yeah, I should probably use triple cast, but yeah. Ley lines, I haven't figured out ley lines yet. I have a confession to make. I bought level 80 for Black Mage because I was too busy leveling Dragoon. I just realized I had to manage my time, and Dragoon were the quests that I actually wanted to do, so I'm sorry. This is a cardinal 14 sin. Not actually playing the game, and not actually knowing how to play Black Mage. Oh yeah, ley lines doesn't look complicated. Make it faster, yeah. But yeah, bosses where you have to move around and dodge a lot, that's kind of where Black Mage kind of sucks. Alright, let's jump down. Oh, not here. I thought that was just the shaft. Yeah, I'll do that next time. I'll remember that for when I do my next ultimate raid. Because I do ultimate raids now. I'm an ultimate raider. Let's try it. Oh, that's where that meme comes from. I read what you said, but I'm not reading it out loud. Yeah, ethereal manipulation, that's, yeah, there are a lot of cool little tricks here that I need to learn. What's this goofy Kingdom Hearts battle music? I don't know how to pronounce big words. I don't know how to pronounce ethereal manipulation, I'm sorry. Oh, I guess that is the same battle music, it was just a different part of it, but I don't know, it just had the whimsical Kingdom Hearts plucky things. I'm learning. Did I get poisoned? Oh, yeah. I feel like that's not doing much. It's like watching Sham and hearing him absolutely butcher half the things he says. I'm always like, pronounce that word again. Say that word again. There are just so many words that I don't know how to pronounce, but I always pronounce them with such confidence. I think the funniest one is for the word epitome. I used to think it was epitome. So one day with just such confidence, like, this is like the epitome! And then I got, like, roasted. Alright, can I avoid the mithril cap? Tame Impala. This user has brain damage. Mono.exe has stopped working. Oh, we even have the fake rain. No, why am I getting hungry right now? I just started streaming. I've been live for an hour and 30 minutes. I didn't just start streaming. But, anyway, I just won Thanksgiving leftovers. Like, I won that game because I thought of the greatest recipe. I just made soup out of the leftover mashed potatoes and stuffing, and it tasted pretty good. But first, you gotta saute some garlic and shallots in some butter, then add a lot of white wine, and then add a little bit of buttermilk. And then just add some broth, and then add potatoes and stuffing. Oh, this is where the meme grapes come from! They still kind of look blocky, but... Just as I'm talking about food. Mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. Adds a lot of white wine. Okay, Paula Deen. No, Paula Deen adds butter. Or does she also add white wine? I don't know. I just know she's the butter woman. Oh yeah, 2 shots of vodka. Was that her? And so Gordon Ramsay is also... And just a touch of olive oil, and then he pours the whole fucking bottle in. What are you doing? And so you've spent years researching these high-yield cultivation techniques. To be fair, butter and alcohol do make things taste better. But, I mean, like, cheap white wine does wonders in cooking. Alright. Alright, grapes. Let's take a look at what the grapes look like in the year of our Lord 2022. It's more of a circular grape cone and less of a grape block. They look slightly better, but alright, yeah. Yeah, instead of 1 polygon, now it has 2 polygons. No, and I remember last year, that was like all anyone in every Final Fantasy community ever was talking about. Just these fucking grapes. And then I was like, all I know about 14 is the grapes. But like, look how far I've come. Now I am one of you and I hate it. I thought I died, but I accidentally pressed the, get rid of the, layout button. Does this do anything? Everyone in this club has self-loathing and hates everyone else. Accurate. Oh my god, the vegetables are sentient. That has terrifying implications. It's like in Cuphead. I always felt really bad for the onion in Cuphead who was just crying, but then I realized you don't have to hit him. But then you get like a radish that you have to hit instead, but the radish doesn't cry about it. The button at the end of Hotbar 1. That's Scathe, get rid of it.
Isn't it?
How are you?
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Are you just a recolored hoary boulder? Yeah, but now someone else is gonna be like, oh, actually Scathe has a really niche use.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders.
This guy don't matter.
Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy.
100
Dark,
potency that costs
subdued
800
shades
MP.
for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Scion at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle.
Worse MP economy than just using Fire 3.
And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is
someday they'll buff it,
extraordinarily
maybe, I don't
long-lived,
know.
its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
It would be funny if there was just no explanation for that scene and then no one mentioned anything about it later. Like, he was just randomly, just some random guy talking about some random flower.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Yeah, there's a flower there, that guy was talking about it.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Yeah, I understand, Red Elfino.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Interrogate, you say? I'll be the bad cop. I call dibs on the bad cop.
Isn't that the entrance to the arcade?
And that's where I punch him, right?
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
No, it's the other
Little
male
difficult to tell
Vera.
from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
I'll be your bad
Nay.
cop. Oh,
I said
that's not
myself
what
that
we're
I wish
doing.
to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Kyle, are you okay?
Cryle? Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
Kyle, are you cryling over there?
I'm glad you agree.
Do you need a hug?
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him. Almost. I can almost reach you.
What's going on with Kyle? I love fake rain. Kind of feels like real rain. Hold a moment, I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrinthos' climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, with which one could access to the upper... I'm not reading that. But even if we happen to find Erenville and the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell their story, aviation, deviation. Sorry. If only Raha and his vanish spell were here. Has he been here this whole time? Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads! Goodness. Can you maybe warn us next time you turn us into toads? Can I be a Gallicat next? I want to be a Gallicat. You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with quest objectives. You will return from your transfigured status when you're too far away. Look to your map for the transfigured. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad and Ella Toad are now accompanying you. Alright, and Icy Toad. It's like in a Super Mario Odyssey where you become a toad. Except I can't. What happens if I talk to the big toad? Will the big toad attack me? Will the big toad see me as a threat? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not totally into this. Oh, all they do is rub it. Wait, no, I'm in the designated location. Just go up? Rivet? Ah, fuck! Let's toad on out of here. We need a toad truck. Totally not awesome. Is this it? Ah, here we go. Toad, 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 toad. Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course.
All will be revealed.
And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
We could just, follow him as toads and see who he speaks to as toads.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the forum.
Where it will die on the forum floor, probably.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
Uh-oh, he knows.
While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Now I want an egg in a basket.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Damn it, I was so sure I had it down. High fire. High blizzard. High aspect mastery. Oh, is this just a more powerful? Oh, is this the Forum? What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we heard, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We shall head back to Y'shtola and Krile for the moment, see what they think of this. Alright, Scathe. Oh, you guys were wrong. There is a 100% chance the potency will... a 20% chance the potency will double. It's a level 15 spell, so... it might have been useful back then, but yeah, I'm just putting it in the I'm never gonna use it corner. Ah. Ah, fuck you. Hungry. Fimian hungry. Fimian liked pants. Fimian wants sweet roll. Man, my Shivering Isles period was a fucking meme. My Amnesia arc. Those were good times. More Oblivion streams are coming soon. But, oh, they're right here. I was gonna talk about a idea for a future stream, but I don't know. A confirmation that no one knows much of anything. Back at the farm. Going back to the farm, guys. Yeah, I attuned there. I might, if I feel up for it, I might do a New Year's stream. I might do my Christmas special on New Year's, but I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't like get viewers, but it would be special because I would be drinking legal beverages the whole time. I have to specify that they're legal because they are. I'm over 21, but I know, like, Twitch has some sort of policy on drinking legal beverages on stream, but it might be fun. Maybe for like a short stream. I might finally do Mafia 2 then. Or what if I did the Manderville quests? What if I just drank and did Manderville? But I don't know, like, I don't know who's streaming that night. I don't know well, I know none of you people are going out to parties because you all have Twitch accounts, so. Drunk Manderville sounds like a blast. Maybe that's what I'll do. But I will... You're going to a Columbo watch party? So, that sounds fun. Yeah, my recent New Year's have just been super lame. But, I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm looking for Cryo. Everyone's gonna be dressed as Columbo. Doing the voice. Like, hey, listen up here. You know, my wife, she loves JoJo. Yeah, all I know about Columbo is just from those parody videos. And also, in JoJo, Jotaro was like, yeah, oh, I have good deduction skills. I used to watch Columbo a lot as a kid. And now there are all these parodies of Columbo talking about JoJo, so. Cryle, they are fucking great. He did a Columbo cooking stream. Columbo is like super popular in Japan. It's one of those random American things that's just really popular in a foreign country, like David Hasselhoff. Cryo, where the fuck are you? King of the Hill is popular in Japan. Propeno and the propeno accessory. Henku hero desu. Oh, the glowing flowers? Also, no, I don't remember where I saw the glowing... Oh, there we go. Also, I was right here. I was actually heading here this whole time. It just took a long time, but this is where I specifically meant to go. I was never lost. That was all just a bit. Hey, Kryle. Having a little character development? Finally.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Heidelin?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course.
Your next line is gonna be, I was just pretending to be a dumbass. Well, I was just pretending to be a dumb... Damn it, how did you fucking see through me?
Thank you.
Heidelin?
Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment.
What's going on?
Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest.
So you want me to kill myself in order to talk to you?
After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will.
Here in the sauce.
That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Uh-oh, what did the twins do wrong? Oh.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scion's entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian, a group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What, then, is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Oh, you can take him. I don't care about him.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Then gets chaos, he gets slapped with the Twitch ad. I don't control those. I also don't get money
Reading
from those.
is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the
Chaos.
volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
They won't listen to us. I say we set them on fire and run.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
What a fucking cockweasel. He is just out to torment his children. Oh, this is the place from the trailer. I know, because I keep getting ads for the trailer, and it's always like Y'shtola in this room.
Forgive me. I was careless.
Are you ever not careless?
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The Forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuno, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Scion, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
Why is Fortunal making that face? I don't know what it is about that face, but it's just ugly.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility.
Listen, calling him a bastard is a disservice to the word bastard. Because several of my favorite characters in this game are bastards. This guy is a cockweasel.
I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Scion scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
I beg your pardon?
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival.
That's the bare minimum.
Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Right, you're about to put us on trial and execute us. Or at least deport us.
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
He's one of the most accomplished sages in Sharlayan.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, hmm?
Literally a combat medic who uses levitating laser guns, so he's like that. I'm a healer, but...
By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches.
Yes, let me tell you about the Eorzean nations, including Ishgard, whose representative leader I am currently fucking.
But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Order! We will have order! Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor? Raise your hand.
Looks like you got like 4 people on your
I
side,
count
buddy.
51 for and 48 against.
They didn't
The proposal
animate.
is passed.
That is not 51, that is like 2.
Students, scions, you have heard the forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Well, that went well. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn all more of substance here in Scion. I will say, as a look of dissatisfaction, the overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may. Is Father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Alphino, Alize, it is you! I have no idea who that is, so I probably used the wrong voice. I also don't know who that is. When I heard you'd been dragged before the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I am so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother?! Ameliance Leveilleur, at your service. And you fine people must be the scions of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches Father that you were here... Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fortuneau are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go visit your home. We'll be back at the annex when you're ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure we... Icipher, what do you think? Go visit your mom. Icipher! The Icipher Septim! What a splendid day this has turned out to be! Champion of Eosia, I insist that you join us. We must be quick about it, not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying the hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Icipher, if you would be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. And then she was gone, and with her any opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. Alright, we gotta go to these guys' house. The estate, if you will. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Icipher? Though it seems we have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? Fine, if we're going, let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room is always perfectly neat and tidy. everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you can bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, never mind. The Livia state is its way straight down the stairs. Come on. Alright, come on, kids. I am your new father now, by the way. I always found it interesting how this Council of Nerds somehow thought that attempting to deport a known Godslayer in one-man army was a viable idea. Yeah, the plot armor is on my side. And hey, at last, please do come in. Jesus fucking Christ, this house is huge. The door is like... What?
Welcome home, my lady.
Oh my god, they've all been brainwashed. This is like 100 times bigger than the fort on this estate. Are you guys gonna say something?
What? What are you gawping at?
Scion headquarters must seem squalid indeed.
I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Who even needs this big of a house?
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures.
Yeah, rich people, I know.
I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Oh, I'm so flattered. Oh.
It is plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Alright, should I jump right into the Good King Mogglmog? Or... Yeah, I'll start with Good King Mogglmog. So anyway, we fought Good King Mogglmog, and then, oh yeah, and then there was that one time I puked on Estinien. You see, Estinien's my friend. He's kind of a dumbass, but...
I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
I don't know, her neck looks really weird in that. Like, Ellison they need to be wearing turtlenecks because their necks are way too fucking long.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
I kind of miss a tie Alphino. Like, he just looked better with the tie, I think.
If you would allow me, Master Alphino.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master. But someone of your extensive experience should soon have them
Sage
darting about with
introduced
grace
in
and
Endwalker?
aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
I like how, I'm just standing here, but I'm so short that, like, my mouth doesn't even reach the camera.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work.
Yep, he really resents you kids.
I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words.
Yeah, use fists.
Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
And your enemies closer. Nice family you got. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief for now, however. It will have to suffice. As all these tokens of home where we carry others, these gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Alright, so can I warp to the Valdesian annex? Yes, I can. So does everyone who lives here just, are they just really rich and have a big mansion? Enjoyed your time with Lydia's, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but the new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge even closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Heidelin is sure to guide its going forward. I'm confident that once we've heard of your report from Thavner, we'll be well equipped to plot our next move. Well, good news! I went to Thavner yesterday! Since there's been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? Anyway, dragons.
Thavner has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thavner.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower?
Aren't you a sage? Can't you, do crazy magic?
According to Fidela's report, they were unable to free the Emulger. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Ifrit.
Ah, fuck.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses?
I could take a Lunar Ifrit.
Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal. Thus, the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. The spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope. And I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Alright, then let's go!
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primates will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Kryl, Yostola, and myself.
What about Alphino? Isn't he a healer now?
The remaining scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk. but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin.
Are you sure Alphino's in the right group? Alphino, show him your new crystal!
If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
Alright.
And I am more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armaments to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Rads at Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging point.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there.
Oh no, but you guys are gonna puke.
So there's no excuse for being late.
Alright, listen. Everyone who needs to puke, do it on Estinien, because there's no way he can smell any worse than he already does. Alright, are we about to do our first real fight in this expansion? What are you laughing at? Alright, warping is just a thing everyone can do now, I guess. Wish we could have figured that out when we went to Kugane. For some reason, we all had to take the boat back. Now, how do I get up there? Can I take the beach? Or... Also, I feel like I've gained, like, no gil, so I hope Tataru is gonna be funding these, aetherite excursions. A walrus. That's like they didn't know how to spell walrus, so they're just like, it is a walrus. Ah, fuck. Another thing I just noticed about Black Mage is there isn't really anything to do in between your casting times. And also your casting time is just so fucking long. And yes, I know you can make it shorter, but I don't feel like doing it right now because I'm just fighting a fucking walrus. These actually, that's a potency of 800 compared to a potency of 3. Yeah, that's good. That's fucking good. I just, don't really get the the astral fire, so I don't know how powerful that can get. But I don't feel like fighting another one of you. What if I just kept running? Why are these guys so aggressive? I just want to have a pleasant walk on the beach with my wind-up Emmerich. Okay? Also, I have a headcanon that Emmerich has a little wind-up me doll that just follows him to meetings everywhere. So we can always be together even though we're apart. No, but I think it would be funny if they actually made, like, wind-up Warriors of Light just based on your custom appearance. Or maybe you could, like, trade them with people, so you could just get another person's Warrior of Light doll. That'd be a cute idea. Ah, friends of Eorzea, we've been expecting you. I remember back when I was a kid, you could, like, make dolls that kind of looked like you. Like, they probably still have that somewhere, but I just remember I got one once and it was so exciting. I'm like, it looks like me! This is the future of either I travel, I think I'll stick to boats. Puke on estinien. I no warning, however, I could have prepared me for that. On account of which we are a little late, but fighting fit mostly. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. He sounded like that, right? He must be... we should still call you Vashon, I suppose. Oh, yeah, he's actually the dragon, but he disguises himself as a little Indian boy. Indeed, it would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see fit to entrust us with your warding skills. Please convey as much to His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessing. Oh, thanks. With these, we can go anywhere with those blessings of light can go. I wrote that wrong, but... Not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on primals. In that case, they're all yours from now on. I'm retiring. Ah, but I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star, after all. If everyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into two groups. My Siphono band will break through the tower's defenses and locate its core. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners, who will doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be deities of Thavnarian myth. As we have no prior experience with such foes, pray exercise the utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavner, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. Well, I'm fucking ready. Let's do this. The Tower of Zot. I keep thinking, like, oh, it's the Thavnarian deities. That's the same as the Indian deities. So Lakshmi is going to be here, but Lakshmi was 2 expansions ago. Alright. Yeah, we're doing NPCs because we get estinien now. Why am I, by default, not using estinien? Sorry, Alize.
Right then.
Right then! Yeah, I'll be Black Maged. We don't need 2 Dragoons. Someday I'll do it with 2 Dragoons. But... Alright, yeah, that, why can't I register for duty? Oh, I got it. Let's do this. It's been a while, Estinien. We haven't fought together in a while. Not since, like, a week ago when I did the Dragoon quests, but... Yeah, this music is familiar. It feels like it's from another Final Fantasy. Is he still gonna be like, no, you'll folly, like every 5 seconds? It's in the area, that's what he was like. Alright, I'm waiting for the tank to run ahead, but, Alright, let me start casting. I'm standing here, and I'm not moving. Oh, wait, I should be doing this. Why did I do that? Let's get up to 5 now. I feel like I call all of my skills the name of the key they're bound to instead of their actual name. Alright. Hey, why are you guys so fucking slow? Also, I guess Alizé is just staying behind. Ah. We'll free you of this place, I promise. I can't do ley lines for a while. Fuck. Good night. A summoning hath begun. Yeah, sorry, Alizé is just being left out of this. Samanusia come to life. Onwards and upwards. I think I'm just gonna wait for the inevitable boss before I summon ley lines again. Where did I put triple cast? Triple cast. Why do I keep using ice? Why am I... Sorry, I think this is a brainless class, but I always just fuck up. And why am I not using thunder? There we go. Nice job, team. Tancred is like, take that, you fucking jabroni! Jabroni. Cool word. I'm sorry, that's the funniest concept. Tancred, what the fuck is a jabroni, and why do you keep saying it? Like, if whoever this, Tancred RPer on Twitter was, they better have just been using jabroni all the time. This is an abomination, a perversion of people's faith! Alright. Nindorfa. Oh, this is kind of badass music. Ah, fuck. Got it. Let me get back in my little... Oh. This is what I don't like about... What class am I? Black Mage. Maybe I shouldn't use ley lines. Okay, whoever told me to use ley lines, I'm not really vibing with the ley lines. I gotta move. What if I got a little EXP while doing this? I'm just gonna eat this fig. This is a bop. Hi guys! Party wipe, yeah. I hope this is the last time we have to run past them. What if I just spam escape? Nindorova. This would be so much easier as a Dragoon. Bro. I'm looking to go over here. Up. Motherfucker. Ah. This is why I'm happy I'm not doing this with real people. Because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing because I've never done this before. And a lot of people take offense at that. Like, how dare new players join the game? How dare you not have played an expansion that only came out a year ago? Hi guys, yeah, we got wiped again. Stop laughing. hire I, a new player, not Yeah, that's literally the mindset of so many of these people, like, especially like the Burger King mentors. Like, I've realized it's always like the Burger King people that are just the rudest. I gotta roll him. Fuck! You're also up to the worst at the game. Like, don't you just like a mount? Like, people don't actually care about mentoring new players. They just want the fucking mount. You're mine! Ah. Fuck! Oh, I'm not supposed to stand there, is that it? But why is it doing that you have to stand there, circle? Fuck, this is embarrassing. I've already been in this dungeon for 5 minutes, because that's the food, like, if this food fucking runs out before I finish this... Everyone just cares about the cosmetics. Yeah, there's a reason I had to turn my little... Hi guys, yeah, we wiped again. These mechanics are confusing. I know, stop laughing at me. Of stack markers, so I should avoid those. But it's just like in such a small, easily avoidable area, so I thought I had to stand in it, because it's too easy. Alright, 4th time's the charm. Wow, it's weird how, like, the longer I do this, the better I get to know this dungeon. Weird how that happens, right? Oh, but I have to stand inside the circle, but not that specific circle. That's it. I get it. I get it now. I still have a bold stack, which is really embarrassing, though. That's the mark of a bad player, being vulnerable. The boss also gets a buff icon that says what's going to happen. You're mine! Alright. Alright. Stay here. There we go. Alright, I figured that out. Are you doing something? There we go. Alright, we're triple casting. Triple casting. Oh, fuck. I'm okay. I'm okay. I was too excited about my triple cast.
All or nothing!
I have no MP. Alright, everyone alright? You got it? Onwards to the upper floors. Alright, friends, let's press forward. I do have to say, as much as I love the high damage output of Black Mage, I'm not really a fan of the stand in a corner and don't interact with everyone else aspect of Black Mage. But I mean, I guess it would be nice. I mean, I guess it's nice if people can't tell if I fuck up. I'm just in the corner by myself. Like, oh, why don't you have your ley lines activated? Oh, fuck.
You're mine!
Alright, jabroni.
There!
So, this fire spends MP, ice recharges MP, is kind of a weird mechanic that I've never seen in any other game, and I never would have thought to invent this. And also, like, when I was a level 10 Black Mage, I was just spamming ice over and over again. Because I was just like, oh, when I use fire, I run out of MP, and I just didn't figure out that ice actually charged it. The job is not very intuitive, and it changes like every 10 levels. That's good to know. Well, good thing I skipped most of those levels. I mean, I don't know, it's interesting to have the experience of going from like 0 to 80, but I wouldn't do it again. I just wanted to have 2 classes available for Endwalker. Oh my god, Deathclaw, are we at Quarry Junction? Is this New Vegas? I also I like being up close and personal. What's in the trip? Zango healing. Got everything to expect, cap the old-fashioned way because you're poor. I mean, that's also the thing. I could probably only afford that one. Because $30. You could instead spend that money to buy 6 subscriptions to Monochromatic Stains on Twitch.tv. I almost said Twitch.com. On Twitch.gov. Twitch.gov, that's a funny concept. I should try to write more jokes related to that. Or Twitch.ru, so it's like Russian Twitch. Why am I targeting Thancred? It's already been 16 minutes. I am not good at this game. I'm sorry. Why am I not taking advantage of my numbers? I always forget I have thunder. That's another thing about Black Mage. Why isn't this working? I say as I have 600 MP. You're mine! Yeah, NPCs is slower, but it's better than being yelled at. Thancred would never yell at me. Estinien would never yell at me. Alphino might yell at me sometimes, but he would yell at me less. Actually, no, Thancred would probably yell at me the most. Estinien would just scowl at me. Sandorova. You will not let it fall. You will not steal away our prosperity. I gotta stop using that accent or else I'll get cancelled. Ah, fuck. You have a Young Xehanort time magic? I got frozen. Okay, illusory magics. Which one is the real? It's not that one, it's not that one! Fuck! Help. My turn. Where'd you go? Who is she? They figured it out. Yeah, I just gotta follow them. Sorry, I'm just vibing over here. Ah. Oh no, If I alone cannot expel you. Checks about the tower, aren't they? Is this the right way? No, I don't think that's the right way. Also, another thing that I like about some players is during raids, they'll be like, hey, for new players, this guy is gonna do this attack. This is how you avoid it. But then again, half of the players are like, how did you not know how to avoid it? You are such a bad player for not knowing. That was my Omega experience, but my Alexander experience was positive. Fuck! The Zot Rotor. The talisman trembles to resist it. The corruption, it feels stronger here. You're mine! I hate how my reaction initially was just like, oh, I'll just flip away from it. But wait, I'm not playing Dragoon. I'm already used to being a Dragoon. You hear that?
You cannot stop us! This will hurt. This will hurt.
If I ever start like a death metal band, Estinien's gonna be my vocalist. Oh no.
You're mine!
I like that. The Zod Rotor-Roller die.
You're mine!
Should probably just take care of this guy. What did I do an extra one of that? Yeah, I can't really turn off my brain while playing Black Mage. I can turn off my brain when playing Dark Knight sometimes. Why are you... Remember like an hour ago when we were toads? And they were like Alpha Toad and Alatoad. I thought that was sweet. Thancred, do your job. This guy's about to come towards me.
You underestimate me!
Black Mage Bros. Oh no, it is... No matter the cost, we must protect the tower. Harbingers elect, the Mage's sisters. Do I gotta fight all three of them again, or is it a solo Cindy fight? Kill the middle one first. It's not a solo Cindy fight. But she revives the others. Is Cindy the middle one? Because so far there's no middle one. There's just one. I feel like I'm gonna have to move around a lot and I won't have any time to cast anything. Or I can just, What the fuck? What the fuck? Alfie? Thank you, Alphino, for healing me. I'm starting to think that Black Mage is not the best class to choose for this specific dungeon. So I gotta move around a lot. I can't cast my ley lines. This boss just sucks. Oh, my food's already running out? Let's see, what should I eat? Should I eat another fig, or should I eat a carrot? carp time. I am all mugworted up. Now I know what it feels like to be a boss in FF10 when I summon the Mage's Sisters at them. Oh wait, I did have to fight Dark Mage's Sisters, which, I confess I never actually beat them. I need to go back and do all the Dark Aeons someday, but some of them are really hard, okay? And grinding luck to 255 is, painful.
You cannot stop us!
Alright, they're doing something. I'm going to run around. I probably shouldn't be casting. Just focus on dodging right now. Fuck. I got in the bad. Well, thank you, Alpha. No, you actually killed me. And you know what? This boss does suck. I think I gotta start running. What the fuck is going on? They're doing something. Maybe I should just follow these people. Shit. No. What the fuck? I know. Now we're. Oh shit. We're good. Another one of these? Really? What are you doing? No. No. Do we avoid all of that? Oh, I can do this. We got Cindy. I not do that attack anymore? That Delta attack? I'm just calling it Delta attack. That's what their attack is called in other FFGs. Oh, but now it's that fucking thing. Shit! Ah, fuck. They can't, it's just this heretic. Hectic. Ah, shit. Not off. Why wouldn't you just fucking die already? Ah, thank the fucking fury we did it. And Alizage, like, I was here too, I helped! Is there anything in here that... Oh, the Orc Mystery on roll, of course. The Charlian Rock Salt. I should place this on my table, right next to the, this particular variety of rock salt has proved so popular with Ishgardian diners that many choose to forego their meal altogether and spend the evening licking the communal salt rock instead. Well, I know what I'm doing when I get home. Estinien's probably just like, I miss being at home licking the communal salt rock. No, Estinien just has his own big salt rock that he doesn't share with anyone.
Is everyone all right?
You have your own salt rock?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
Giggity.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart.
We're outside.
What sayest thou, Stola?
Salt rock, it's called Emmerich.
Ether siphoned from the land.
I do lick him a lot.
This is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it. 'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
The horror.
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
I want to do the jumping. He's just like me. He's just like me. I am that cool in real life.
And that should be the end of it.
But knowing this game, it won't be. Oh, perfect timing.
What now?
I think the tower's collapsing.
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
You could have said that faster.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
We're the main characters. We'll live.
prisoners below.
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
What kind of Exarch power did you just use? We're all fine.
Oh, what happened? Where are we?
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed.
So it just yeeted it out of existence?
Hardly a scratch. But how?
Graha, you have some splaining to do. Oh, is he dead again? But stop doing that. We all know he's gonna live.
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Knew it. This is like the third time this has happened. Like, it's been like, oh no guys, Graha died, but he actually did not. He's fine.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here.
They'll wake up eventually.
There'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Alright. They're gonna be fucked.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
Alright, you have that power.
I
Graha's
have every faith in
Yamcha.
you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
Is this actually a Dragon Ball?
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more Porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, scions!
Oh, this is Gurren Lagann. It does kind of feel like I'm just the main character in an anime.
We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
I love the little tail that little baby auras have. That, like, I had that tail as a child, probably. Hey, hope you're doing alright in there.
Whew. Carrying all those Matanga might have been the true struggle. Woo, Nat.
The liberated prisoners are being transported to Razal Hand for treatment. Alexander Tola will oversee the administration of the temporary treatment, with support from those who know healing spell or two. We'll go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. You may now enter retire. Yes, got that. You know what? This is a good spot to end. Where everyone's resting up, everyone is refueling. I think it's time for me to go back home and work on my apartments. It's always just so nice to come back here. Still don't know how much of this I'm going to do as Black Mage, how much of it I'm going to do as Dragoon, but we'll see. But yeah, that was Shadowbringers Part 2. I will be back tomorrow with Shadowbringers Part... Wait, why did I fucking say Shadowbringers? It's fucking Endwalker. Endwalker Part 3 will happen tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. And in the meantime, go enjoy a communal salt rock with your family. Good night, everyone.